Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be looking at Ajani Invigorate Leadership. And this particular Planeswalker is very straightforward, very powerful. Mono white, the mana bonuses are good because it's a mono white Planeswalker. And there's really nothing like super incredibly amazing about this Planeswalker, but at the same time, it is pretty amazing actually as a Planeswalker because the way that he does things, it's very different. Let's start the game. Let's look at the skills and everything, and you know how some Planeswalkers they do like they have crazy abilities that do insane stuff. Yeah, with Ajani, at first when you look at it, you're like, how does it work? How does it all come together? But it does. First of all, the abilities are very low cost, 6, 8, 10. That's really, really low cost. I can't think of any Planeswalkers that have lower cost abilities than him. And they all do very similar things. For example, the first one, enlist 4 gems. What is enlist? It's a PMA improved gem that does some stuff. I'm not gonna read it. It's not really. It's not very interesting. It's not very useful. It's just something. Yeah. Anyway, but what is interesting is useful is the tokens, the Ajani leadership tokens that he creates. It's a support that goes onto the board. Onto a gem. And like a creature can have evergreen abilities, this support will have an evergreen ability. For example, with the first skill, it will have lifelink. With the second skill, it'll have double strike. With the third skill, it will have prevent damage. Interesting, prevent damage. Rare. Very cool. Yeah. So and when it gets destroyed, that evergreen ability goes on onto a random creature that you control. So if you have just one creature on the board, then whenever you destroy that gem, you will for sure apply that ability permanently onto that creature. So how would you like to buff something with lifelink permanently? Very nice. Double strike. Not bad. Prevent damage. Oh my god, that's crazy. I want to have prevent damage on my creature. Yeah, for sure. So, and as you can see, the third ability gains 3 loyalty when you use it, so it becomes, replenishes your loyalty. So they're all pretty much the same cost. It just depends on what you really need at that particular point in the game. Maybe you want to gain some life. Maybe you want to prevent damage and create an unkillable blocker or something like that. So yeah, all of that is possible, and it's really strong. It's a very balanced planeswalker in that sense. So let's see how he performs in real game. This deck, I'll show you the deck at the end. It's pretty much Origins. The only exception is this guy, Slumbering Guard. Yeah, he is cool. He, particularly for Johnny, he's really incredible. Shout out to Mainloop for pointing that out in one of his videos. Yeah, he's really great for this Planeswalker. So, because why? Because every ability that the Planeswalker does creates enchantments. And when you create an enchantment for each one you control, and they stack because the abilities are low cost, you end up having a board full of board full of enchantments, and he gets +1/+1 for every one. So whenever you use, you'll see. Maybe I'll show you how it works. All right, so let's start. What are we doing? We are chilling and killing. Okay, very nice. Yeah. Like most planeswalkers, loyalty is much needed. This is pretty scary. It's Oh, this is Ujin the Ineffable. Oh my god, that's the planeswalker that I. Oh, this is gonna be something. I might actually lose this game. So I need to finish this quickly because this guy, he is really, really powerful later on. I will not be able to win this unless I kill him quickly. So for that, we are going to use Double Strike because out of all of our abilities, Double Strike is the one that will do the most damage. So yeah, definitely need to Double Strike. Okay, okay. All right, we have our L2 available. Let's use it. Now, one tip I will give you with the Ajani Invigorate Leadership is that it's really good to use your abilities when the white gems are together because you use it, then you match them, and then you get the ability onto the creatures. When they're spread out like I have here, it's not as good. Also, check out this guy, 1717. He was a 1-1, but I casted the ability once, and now he's a 1717. That's pretty cool. We need to take full advantage of that and hopefully win the game. Yeah. So, all right. Let's see what we can do here. He goes back to 1-1. Obviously, it only lasts for one turn, but that's okay. All right, now look at this. This is the mechanic. And this is what his ability does. It puts double strike onto a gem on the board. When it's destroyed, the double strike goes onto a random creature. That's what we're going to do right now to show you how it works. We destroyed it. Choose an opposing target to attack. This is a different ability. It's alliance, I think, of something. His token has that little flaggy thing on the token. I can choose to attack a creature or the planeswalker. You know, it's a nice option. Pretty cool, actually. Has its uses. See how there's a flag on the planeswalker? Agent has a flag now. Now the alliance creatures will attack him. The double strike went onto my token. Oh well, I was hoping that it would go onto the creature that grows each turn, but it didn't work out the way I wanted. That's okay, because I still have more. Oh, my Hexes is here. I don't want to destroy that. And I don't have a way to protect it either. Oh well. In that case, we'll just need to... We'll need to do as much damage as we can to Urgent. Okay. Another double strike on my top creature. Not too bad. And as you can see, this planeswalker is an aggro planeswalker. It does do actually quite a bit of damage. I'm really surprised at how much damage it's able to put out. And also it has control. And it does not depend on cards, right? Because the abilities that give you control, like double strike and prevent damage, they don't depend on cards. They are just out there. You can use them with any of your creatures, really. So, okay. As you can see, a lot of damage is being dealt. Right? Granted, yes, Ujin is slow. His beginning of the game is very poor. He can die at that point. It's not really a good show of, like, you know, against another aggro planeswalker, you would have seen more things happening. Here we have a passive Ujin who just dies. And of course, in Greg's hands, things they work way differently than if actually a player would be playing them. But basically, the mechanics you saw, how they operate. What else can I say? You definitely want to take advantage of his third ability, the prevent damage one, because if you have a blocker, or if you have a vigilance creature and you can give it prevent damage, that's going to be crazy, especially if it's a flying creature with blocker or vigilance and prevent damage. That's going to be your one blocker that's going to just block everything, and you're not going to get hit with damage, and it's just really, really powerful. The downside, he can get removed. Yes, it's also a little bit random which creature does get assigned those bonuses. For that particular reason, I like to begin the match, and I like to just cast one creature. Yes, the tokens will get generated, so it's a 50-50 chance, because you have the token that can get the bonus, or the creature that you put out with blocking or vigilance that can get the bonus. So yeah, sometimes it's a good idea to start the match with not full health, so that tokens don't get generated, and you can make sure that the bonus gets assigned to the creature that you put on the board. It's an option, right? But once you get that, it makes things really easy. If you have a blocker or vigilance with the prevent damage and being able to reach, or if it has flying, that cannot be underestimated. That's very, very strong, no matter what happens. So yeah, so there you go. You want to see the deck? There's nothing interesting in the deck. My decks are very boring. I like to show the planeswalkers. I want to show the skills that they have. But let's see the deck. No, press the wrong button. Okay, let's planeswalkers. Okay, so there's the deck. The only non-origin card here is this Slumbering Keepguard, because he's pretty amazing. As you saw, I was able to pump him to 17-17, but honestly, most games that I play here with him, he gets like 30, 40, 50, in that range. Yeah, and it's not every turn, but it's like every other turn almost. So yeah, it's really good. Yeah, everything else, a few control spells here and there, some, speed up the action type of thing, a little bit of healing because you want that. Although with the Ajani, probably this is overkill. He's able to heal really good just by himself, the way he does it. And yeah, the deck is like, it's suboptimal, honestly. But the Planeswalker himself, he does all the work, really. You don't really need cards, you don't really need creatures. For people with limited card collections, he's unbelievable. Amazing, simply amazing. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you so much.